Mainstream media is dead. Mockingbird media has been replaced by social media influencers like Phobic and Benny Johnson. The Trump administration FBI was in on the assassination of Charlie Kirk along with Israeli intelligence Mossad. Tyler Robinson was supposed to be killed just like 1962, when they assassinated the patsy that they blamed on shooting JFK. It's the same pattern, only this time they made a mistake. Pretending a .30-06 rifle killed Charlie Kirk, but that's impossible. We know it wasn't that rifle because of the history of a .30-06. What killed Charlie Kirk has been proven already. It was a Rode microphone battery with the shaped charge. John Aaron Bray has already proven it through many types of science. The energetic event that caused the sound centered in the tent on Charlie Kirk's chest by triangulating different cell phones circling Charlie, the same way you can tell how far a lightning bolt is from your house by counting the seconds after the flash. The second type of sense is movement science. At 60 frames per second you can see the movement of Charlie Kirk's shirt on his chest, where a portion of the battery went into his neck, then stayed there too long, longer than normal, and then fell out, and then the blood came out. There are several other types of science used in John Aaron Bray Mike Thory. This website he greeted just for the defense of Charlie Kirk, even though it's putting his life at risk. Follow the epicenter.com. Follow the spread. I will have the AI that cannot lie. Grok break down the main types of science John Aaron Bray used. From the AI that cannot lie. Hashtag Grok alert. Revolving light. Acoustics and sound propagation science. Bray relies on the everyday fact that sound moves through air at a predictable speed, roughly 1,100 feet per second, the same reason you count 1 Mississippi after lightning to figure out how far away the thunder is. He takes raw audio tracks pulled from dozens of different cell phone videos recorded by people standing all around the tent. By measuring the exact time gap between the visible impact moment on screen and when each phone's microphone picked up the loud pop, he plots lines backward from every recording device. All those lines cross at one spot, right in the middle of the tent, centered on Kirk's chest area. This triangulation shows the sound source was extremely close to Kirk, not 100 to 200 yards away on a rooftop where a rifle shot would have originated. He also notes how the pop's waveform looks short and sharp, like a small contained blast rather than the longer crack of a supersonic bullet breaking the sound barrier. High-speed video motion analysis, forensics and kinematics, ****. Normal phones shoot video at 60 frames per second, which is slow enough to catch quick movements if you slow it way down. Bray goes frame by frame through the clearest videos and freezes the exact instant something happens to Kirk's shirt. In the frames right before impact, the fabric lies normally, then in a single frame or two it suddenly caves inward toward his chest as if punched from the inside, creating a brief cavitation dent. Immediately after, the shirt snaps back outward, flinging a small piece of material or fluid upward toward his neck. He compares this to what happens when you pop a balloon held against cloth versus shooting a bullet through it. The inward then outward ripple matches a fast local pressure burst, not the clean hole and tumble path a rifle bullet would carve at high speed. He also tracks Kirk's body micro movements. The sudden stiffening and slight upward jolt look more like an internal explosion's push than the impact yank of a distant projectile. Physics of shaped charges and energetic events, ballistics and explosives principles, ****. A shaped charge is a simple idea used in things like armor-piercing rounds or industrial cutters. You direct a small explosion so all its force punches in one focused direction instead of spraying everywhere. Bray says a lithium battery inside the Rode wireless microphone could, under the right failure or tampering, act like a tiny shaped charge. The energy would shoot forward into Kirk's chest, neck area, creating intense localized heat and pressure. That explains why the wound was described as a neat, almost punched hole with scorching rather than the ragged tearing or bone splintering you get from a .30-06 rifle round traveling hundreds of yards. He points out the blood spray pattern starts from the front and center, the necklace or shirt fragments flew outward in a cone shape, and there was no large exit wound in the back, exactly what a contained, forward-directed blast would do, not a bullet that should have kept going straight through. Multi-angle video synchronization and AI-enhanced imaging. With phones recording from every direction, Bray lines up the videos by matching the exact second the pop happens across all of them, using the audio spike as a common timestamp. Once synced, he runs free or simple AI tools that sharpen blurry frames, remove camera shake, boost contrast, and even predict what's happening between frames. This reveals tiny details the naked eye misses. A brief flash or spark at chest level, fabric threads blowing outward in a perfect circle, and a small dark object, possibly battery casing, ejecting upward. Lighting anomalies show a sudden localized glow inside the tent rather than the shadow a distant muzzle flash would cast. Continued. I also a 3D timeline so average viewers can see how all the pieces line up only if the event started from the microphone position, not from far away. Additional supporting sciences Bray layers in. He brings in basic thermodynamics to explain how a rapid chemical reaction in a battery would generate both heat, scorch marks, and a pressure wave, the shirt cavitation. He uses simple fluid dynamics to describe why blood and tissue ejected in a specific spray pattern consistent with a gas expansion, not a solid bullet. He references material science on how lithium batteries can fail violently under stress, creating the exact type of directed energy release he describes. Finally, he applies straightforward geometry and timing math across all the videos to rule out other angles, making the whole case feel like putting together a puzzle with measurable pieces anyone can follow when slowed down and labeled.
There you go. That's the science of what happened to Charlie Kirk. Thank God for John Aaron Bray, or we would have another Patsy. Tyler Robinson will be found innocent because the defense is working with John Aaron Bray.